Close this window. Click save on your file. You can drag it into the scene. Now she's going to have her underwear on because the underwear is a part of the file that we have set up. So now if we click play, full screen, we should see her eye. Oh, wait a minute. All right, so the eyeball's not moving. Again, the same thing like we did with the underwear. We have to update our rig file. That's right. So let's go back here. Let us, we have this saved, so let's do new scene. That's right. Every time you make a change to the rig, you got to update the rig file and the animation until you get the rig how you want it. Then you don't have to touch it anymore. But during this phase of us testing and looking at our work, we have to update that as well. So let's go back to our Art v2. Let's close this window too. Close our outliner. Art v2. Let's go back to edit rig. I don't know. I think I must have misclicked on that. Load up your character. All right. So what we're going to want to do is it did not bring up our window over here. Let's try that again. Animation tools. That's not the same thing. Let's try to load it one more time. Let's do edit rig, female, base mesh, edit selected. All right, this still is not the tools I was looking for. Animation tools, edit for animation, edit rig, rig creator. That's not the tools I was looking for. I'm looking for the deformation toolkit. So let's open up another Maya. Sometimes when you close the windows on the side, it doesn't refresh those windows appropriately. So we're going to just open up a clean Maya. And we're going to close the other Maya. All right, there we go. So now Art v2, let's go to edit rig. It should bring up a window on the side that gives us like the deformation toolkit, the export rig, and it's from there where we want to, there we go. So this is what you want to see. You want to see this right here. So we want to do export skeletal meshes. Click OK. What this is going to do is it's going to extract out in your scene just the joint data and the mesh. Let's look at Unreal. Let's look at what we're about to update. Let's go back to our rig folder. You can go to your view options down here and you can change the scale up here to see what things look like. So we can, because we don't have this, we have this as one mesh right now. Yeah. So we want to update the one where we select the clothes and the mesh. Now we have one where she's naked is too. That is not how you say that. Naked as well. And so we can just select that one to export as well, since we'll have it in the clothes. We can leave the clothes alone. They don't need to change. So we'll export both of these and update both of these so that they're both correct. So just move this out the way. Don't close that. We want to select our root. We want to select both pieces of mesh. We want to export selection. We want to go to where our character is saved at. Export. This one is our FBX rig. So we want to export that. That has both of them together. Export selection. Do you really want to replace it? Yes. All right. Now we just want to select a root and we want to select our base mesh. And we want to export this, export selection, as our naked version. Export selection. Yes. Close. Minimize. Let's go back to here. And what we want to do is we can change these view options to be smaller. I don't like having them super large. Go back to our window. And we want to bring in our naked version. It should just overwrite. That's correct. And then we want to bring in our rig version. That should just overwrite as well. Yep. All right, so let's save both of these. Now we should just be able to press play and we should see the eyeball moving around. Let's go back to here. And you can see her eyeball moving around. Oh, wait, let's go back. And she's blinking and her eyeball's moving around. You can see it right there. So that works. So that's awesome. So you can use this video to go back and do the other eye. I don't want to make this video twice as long for doing the exact same thing. So let's do that and get that working. Go through these full steps again. And what you should have is your character with both eyes moving around and blinking. The other thing we can do, let's do this too. Other thing we can do is we can move the eyebrow, make sure the eyebrow is moving as well. So let's save our scene. Let's do save all, just so we have everything there. And let's go back to Maya. Now what we want to do is we want to open up our Maya scene for animation face tests. So let's open that up. We're going to re-export it out, but we're going to move the eyebrows a little bit, put some keys on them, and then we should be good to go. We want to test these as well. So let's just select all of them. Set a key on the first. Let's reopen the scene. I just closed the old window for the export model that you're supposed to leave open when you're doing your rig export, and it just reloaded my rig. So let's just reopen the face test Maya scene just to make sure we have the right scene open. There we go. All right, the arms are down. Everything looks right. Eyeball should still be moving. Yep, eyeball moves around. So let's select each one of these controllers. 1, 2, 3. Let's set a key. Let's go out. Frame 13. We can also go to our local axes orientation, which is your object mode. And we can start to move the eyebrow around. I'm just putting some poses on here right now. You can select each controller and set some keys on it. I'm just putting in some expressive keys on here just so we can see. The motion may be too large for it, but I just want to see it changing when we're in the engine. I'm going to set a few more keys real quick, and then this is just a test, so you don't have to go too crazy with it. All right, so I'm going to save this. I'm going to select the root rig, and then I'm going to select the mesh. And then I'm gonna make my FBX file. So this is saved. Export selection. Go to where your files are saved. Face test. Export selection. Look at the file. Don't click yes yet. See, this is back to 200. Make sure this is at 120. And then click export selection. And then click yes. Let it export. You already have Unreal open, so what we're going to do is go right back into Unreal. So let's close this. No need to save this file again. Go back into Unreal. Go back into where your file is saved at. Export files, face test. Go back to the animation folder. Bring that in. It should overwrite it. Yep, it does. So now you can just click save. And now we can play. And there you go. So now you have your character in. You have the eyebrow controllers that work for the eyebrows. You have the eyes, eyeball that's moving around, and you also have the eyelids that are moving around. So awesome. That worked. So please go back and look at this video multiple times until you get what you need or your desired result is for your eyeball, your eyelashes, and your eyebrow. This has been awesome. We tested our work. Everything works in Unreal. Hope you learned something new. Thanks. See you again.